Hello students, in this video you are going to learn about clauses. Okay. In the previous video we have learned about sentence and its parts. Am I right? So there are two parts of a sentence. They are phrases and clauses. So in the previous video we have learned lot of things about the phrases only. Am I right? So let's start giving some recap about the sentences first. Okay. So what are sentences? Very good. Sentence means sentences are the group of words which arrange together to give a meaning, right? So sentences are the group of words which arrange together to give a meaning only. And in a sentence we can divide it into two parts, that is a phrase and a clause. What are they? A phrase and a clause only. What are phrases we have learned? Phrases means these are the group of words only, but it doesn't give us a meaning when it come alone. Okay, when they come alone it doesn't give us a meaning and it doesn't have a subject and verb. And whatever clause, about the clause only we are going to learn in this video. Okay, so what was the topic today? Yes, that is clauses. Not only the clauses and also its type. We are going to learn about clauses and its types. Okay, firstly let's learn about the clauses. Okay, what we are going to learn about the clauses. So here I have written the 3 points about the clauses only. Okay, clauses are also the same. They are also the group of words only which has subject and a verb. Okay, it has subject and verb and which gives us a complete meaning, whereas phrases doesn't have subject and verb. The difference between phrases and clause is that if there is no subject and verb means that refers to phrases, but if a group of words comes with the subject and verb means that is a clause only. And by itself, the clause itself gives us a complete meaning. In a sentence, if you read out the clause sentence, no, it gives a complete meaning only. So let's learn with the example. See here I have written one example. The boy was happy when he got a gift. The boy was happy when he got a gift. So here the boy was happy. It is a group of words only. The boy was happy. It is a group of words, which means here can you find any subject and verb? Very good. Here I can find the subject, that is the boy. How can I guess that this is the subject? Yes, when a sentence is talking about the person, the main person of the sentence is the subject only. So here I can find the subject, that is the boy, and was is the verb only. So when a group of words comes with a subject and verb means that is a clause. So the boy was happy is a clause only. I can put C alone. Okay. And see here when I read the boy was happy. The boy was happy. The boy வந்து ஒரு boy and பையன் வந்து ரொம்ப ஹாப்பியா இருந்தா. That is the meaning. When I read the boy was happy means by itself it gives me a complete meaning. இந்த sentence மட்டுமே நான் படிச்சாலே அது ஒரு தனியா எனக்கு ஒரு மீனிங் கொடுக்குதா இல்லையா பாருங்க. the boy was happy னா என்ன அர்த்தம்? அந்த சிறுவன் வந்து ஹாப்பியா மகிழ்ச்சியா இருந்தான், அதுதான் மீனிங். So it gives us a complete meaning. Now let's apply these points in this sentence. First point, it is a group of words. Can you find the group of words? Very good. So here this clause is a group of words and then it has a subject and verb. Can you find the subject and verb in this sentence? Yes, the subject and the verb. So then it is a clause only and it gives a complete meaning by itself. So when I read this clause, I can get the meaning of the sentence also. Am I right? So this clause by itself it gives me a meaning only. So now you can ask me a question, ma'am. Okay, now you have told me that the boy was happy. The boy was happy is a clause. Then what about this second group of words? Now we need to check whether this group of words is a clause or a phrase. Okay. When he got a gift. When he got a gift. When you read out when he got a gift, first what is the first thing you need to check when you want to identify whether this sentence belongs to a phrase or a clause? Very good. The subject and verb is the first key point to check whether the group of words belongs to a phrase or a clause. So here you need to check is there any subject or verb present in this sentence, in this group of words? When he got a gift. Yes, he referred to the subject. Got is a verb only. So this group of words also has a subject and also verb, means it is also a clause. So I can divide this like clause 1 and clause 2. How this also a clause? Because here I can find the subject and verb. Very good. And then group of words. Yes, there is a group of words and it gives a complete meaning. When he got a gift, it gives me a meaning but not a complete meaning. But it has a subject and verb. When a group of words has a subject and verb, means it is a clause only. So here I can tell you like clause 1 and clause 2. So how this also a clause, that I am going to tell you. So when a clause doesn't give a meaning, means is there any type of, whether it refers to any different type of class? Yes, that is what we are going to learn. So clauses are divided into 2 types. How many types? 2 types. So we are going to learn about its type also. How we have seen some sentences comes with the 2 types of clauses also. See here we have divided into clause 1 and clause 2. But these both clauses are different only. This gives a meaning but this doesn't give a complete meaning. Am I right? But it seems gives a meaning only but it doesn't give a meaning. How? Let's learn about the type of clauses. Okay. Here there are 2 type of clauses. They are independent clauses and dependent clauses. What? Independent clauses and dependent clause. What is independent? Independent means free. Dependent means depends on something, right? Independence na free ah irukku, adu தானாவே இருக்கும், தனியா சுதந்திரம் நம்ம சொல்வோம். Dependent means அது ஏதோ ஒண்ணு சார்ந்து இருக்கு அப்படி நம்ம சொல்லலாம் தமிழ்ல. Okay, so let's learn about what is independent clause. What is an independent clause? Independence means as it meaning, it is a free clause only. It means by itself it gives me a complete meaning. It gives a complete meaning. Same, these both clauses have a subject and verb. It is a group of words only. Both the clauses, both the 2 type of clauses are the group of words which has a subject and verb, but only the independent clause can has the complete meaning. It gives the complete meaning. Whereas dependent clause also has the subject and verb, but it doesn't give a complete meaning. I can write incomplete meaning. Okay. The meaning of this sentence, the meaning of that group of words will be incomplete only. Let's learn with the example. See, what about independent clause? I said it gives me a complete meaning. We can get the example from this sentence itself. Okay, here the boy was happy is an independent clause only. How? When I read the boy was happy means by itself it gives me a complete meaning, and also it has a subject and verb. So when you read this sentence, the boy was happy, does it give a complete meaning? Yes, it gives a complete meaning. The boy was happy na படிக்கும்போது அது கரெக்ட்டா அதுவே அந்த சென்டென்ஸை எண்ட் பண்ணிடலாம். இல்லை இப்படியே நம்ம கூட எண்ட் பண்ணலாம். அது ஒரு மீனிங் கொடுக்குது. அப்படி மீனிங் கொடுக்குதுன்னா that refers to independent clause only. Suppose the second clause, you can look at the second clause. I have written the example. When he got a gift. Here also I can find the subject and verb. Am I right? Subject, verb இங்கேயும் இருக்கு. But when I read this sentence, when I read this group of words, இந்த group of words நான் read பண்ணும்போது எனக்கு இது வந்து complete meaning கொடுக்கல. பாருங்க, when he got a gift. When he got a gift னா அவன் வந்து gift வாங்குனானா, அவன் அப்போ gift வாங்கும்போது என்ன ஆச்சு, அவன் எப்படி ஃபீல் பண்ணா, அது வந்து கண்டினியூஷன்ல எதுவுமே கொடுக்கல. when he got a gift னா யார் வாங்குனாங்க, எதுக்கு வாங்குனாங்க, we don't know. It gives an incomplete meaning only. So when a clause gives a complete meaning means that refers to independent clause. When a clause, when a sentence, when a group of words which comes with subject and verb gives us incomplete meaning means that refers to dependent clause only. One more thing, always whenever we write the independent clause, clause, the first letter we can write in capital also, and with the help of dependent class, we can add more meaning to the independent clause also. See, the boy was happy when he got a gift. The boy was happy when he got a gift. It adds more meaning only. So children, keep in your mind only the two things that what are clause. Okay, let me give you the short recap about the clause and also about the type. Okay, clauses are the group of words. It has subject and verb and it gives a complete meaning. There are two types, that is independent and dependent. What is independent? Independent clause also has a subject and verb, but it expresses a complete meaning. It gives a complete meaning. What about dependent clause? It also has a subject and verb, but it doesn't give us a complete meaning. When you read out the sentence, you may ask a question like, who got the gift, or when did they got the gift, and what happened to the gift. So when we read out the sentence itself, it feel like it is incomplete. It is an incomplete sentence only. So children, I hope you are clear with this topic. I'll see you in the next video with the exercise about the clauses. Thank you.